Hello and welcome to Cindershadow Gaming. I'm your host, Cindershadow. Today, I bring you a story of stolen art. I'm going through Twitter and I come across this tweet. This is absolutely horrendous. Seeing this type of thing now making its way to Magic cards. We already had the Faithless Looting card being look like it was a really bad Photoshop, honestly. And now we have something that's even more outrageous. I'm sorry, this is something that should not be. The fact that I'm seeing this and they actually made the video to prove that this art is stolen on the new Crux of Fate card. I'm sorry. This is absolutely horrendous. Scary pet. Should I be flattered? Hee hee. But seriously, MTG has been a major influence that developed my love for making art. I've even sent in an application portfolio many times to Wizards of the Coast. Now, someone told me my art made it onto a card, ironically, in somewhat a stolen way. This is ridiculous. They know what they're doing with their programs, and they can actually take it piece by piece and line it up. The body doesn't perfectly match, but they make the point. He has a thing on there showing they wouldn't be able to take that away, that watermark that's there. So they would have had to have redrawn that little bit, but to get the hand, when you draw a hand, hands are probably one of the hardest things to draw. This is absolutely horrendous to see this, and the fact that the head and the hand actually goes there directly. Now, that said, they did take and make it renew, but there should be a little bit of credit here towards this artist from Deviant Art. And we're seeing more and more of this being plagiarized, and it's horrendous to see these Photoshop works and these MS Paint works continue to make their ways onto a printed product. This is not something that should be, and is absolutely horrendous to say the least. I'm upset to see this. I don't want to see this type of thing on my Magic the Gathering art. I don't want to, there shouldn't be, people shouldn't have to turn around and point these things out. This is onto the artist with that card. We're going to look at that now. So here's the card in particular, Crux of Fate, the Nico Bola's horns, and that like hands are not easy to draw. I can't draw. I don't have an artistic bone in my body when it comes to physically drawing something. The most I can do is really crap Photoshop stuff ultimately, and when it comes down to it. So you can zoom in here and really that Nico Bolas does resemble the one that they're showing there from the guy's Deviant Art page. It's absolutely horrendous to see that these poses are actually being superimposed and taken over this card. So this would have been something from the artist, and we've seen this in the past where certain artists go and take things. This is done by Jason Felix, I believe. I can't quite read the name on the card, but it's still one of those things. Like, did the artist just take the idea of it and literally copy and paste it over? Because this is really what it's looking like. There would be certain things, certain details in these cards that these drawings would be different. The fact that they were able to take the photo there and literally copy and paste it over and zoom it up and lock it in place in the exact same way show like that's a forensic thing that they do when you're trying to solve a crime. You can line these things up. The fact that you can line this up exactly without a detail out of place is absolutely horrendous. And just seeing this. So Crux of Fate is a 2 black, 3 generic sorcery. Choose one, destroy all dragons, or destroy all non-dragons is the other mode. But like, no, I'm not happy with seeing that there's things from other artists being stolen here. I know the art form for Magic the Gathering is stuff that is very pieced together, and Nico Bola is a certain way of drawing him. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this Ugin is actually from something else, because he does look very familiar. And here we go. Here's the page on Deviant Art. I was able to Google it, no problem. Able to show this right away. It's got Scary Pet at the bottom, so this is the exact artist that we see on Twitter. So this is horrendous. This is a new level that I haven't seen in Magic the Gathering cards. We've seen this with proxies and stuff like that. You know, on a proxy is a different matter, but when they are taking things like this, taking them exactly and able to mix them up to the way these cards go, it's absolutely ridiculous. He wasn't alerted to this until someone came along and said, this just showed up on a Magic card, and his response literally is, what? I don't know anything about this. So yeah, there is a lot going on here, and this, you know what, man, like that's horrendous. This is another thing that's against what's going on with the art here. We've seen pros, not pros, but semi-pros get banned before they become a pro. This is something that is continuing to happen in the Wizards of the Coast area. This is probably something, though, that they wouldn't have seen. They wouldn't have seen this at all. So this would have fallen back on the artist that did the original rendition that submitted that. Now, this person has also submitted art to Wizards of the Coast, and they don't pick them up, and yet it gets picked up by another artist that's obviously taking bits and pieces out of there and copy and pasted it over into the card. It is a minor thing, and it is transformative, so technically it is not that it would be fair use or anything crazy like that, or the copyright. The copyright technically is gone away because it's been completely transformed, but at the same time, this is stolen art. It's something that this artist should have the credit for. This, it should be notated on these cards. Like, we do have multiple artists coming together and making things together. Like, we have, I believe it's a Rebecca Guay and Seb McKinnon are coming together and doing their own Kickstarter version of arts and playmats and proxies and stuff like that. So there is stuff out there where these artists do speak together. But now when you're going to Deviant Art, where artists like to share their work so people can maybe get something amazing, this is another reason for it. And honestly, it's too bad that this did make it on the card and they didn't get the actual credit for it. Well, thanks for watching. Having to report on things like this is kind of out of my wheelhouse for the most part, but it is in Magic the Gathering, and it is really upsetting to see something like this and possibly the artist not getting the proper credit. If you liked my little bit of a commentary on this, do hit the like and follow down below, or subscribe down below. Give me your comments. What do you think of this? Is this something that Wizards of the Coast should have known about? I don't think there was a opportunity for them to actually know about it. I think this is just another artist submitting stuff in Wizards of the Coast, possibly picking it up and saying, hey, that looks cool, let's do it. Like, there's something else going on there, and I think this one artist maybe has a case here, and hopefully they get compensated in the future. It's really unfortunate that it went to this level. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you all next time.